I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. Don't care about the rest.
We have some bangers here. We have some books I know absolutely nothing about, and some I do know some about. So, without further ado, let's hop right into the video. First book on my December TBR is Kennedy Ryan Before I Let Go. I am actually about 30-40 pages in, and I am loving it. It has dual POV. It's about a couple who goes through a divorce, loss of a child, and if I'm not mistaken, they're trying to figure out if it's too late for their marriage, if they can rekindle it, should they just keep going their separate ways. I'm very much rooting for Josiah right now. I'm rooting for you. Don't disappoint me. But yeah, the first book is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. Next on my TBR is Horror Hotel. This is about 4 YouTubers who go to this hotel in Los Angeles, and they pretty much realize that this is not their average paranormal little spooky things here and there clickbait type era. It is a lot going on at this hotel. I think it's a serial killer or demonic energy, one of the two, but I think I made it to like chapter 3 or 4 before I had my son, and I was digging it. So I cannot wait to pick this back up this month, and I also have it on audiobook, so that'll help as well. Next we have Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I have Take a Hint, Danny Brown, but it's already packed up and put away. But I think I like this one so far. I think I read the first chapter and the story was pretty good. It's gonna take a while for me to get used to third person POV. It's not my favorite, but I've heard really good things about this series, so I can't wait to see if this one is way better than Take a Hint, Danny Brown. I have no idea what it's about, but I think this is the first book in the series. All I know about Chloe Brown is that she's a computer geek. So basically she's a perfectionist from what I understand. She wants everything a certain way, how she plans it out to be. And she enlists Red in her mansion to rebel. She learns things about him that no spy session could teach her, like why he clearly resents Chloe's wealthy background and why he never shows his art to anyone, and what really lies beneath his rough exterior. So I'm pretty sure she falls in love with him, which is Red Morgan, aka Red Ford, aka Red Morgan is who she falls in love with, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I heard it's spicy and it has plot, and those two things together I love. Okay, without them, too much plot, not enough spice. Too much spice, not enough plot. It's not it. Then we have Before You Knew My Name. This is about a girl, I think she's about 18 or 19. She moves to New York with about $600 in cash, and when I tell y'all, she becomes a Jane Doe in New York, and that's where her story pretty much starts off from there. That's what I'm grasping from the first couple of pages that I read. But yes, I have not heard anything about this on Book Talk or BookTube, but I think it's gonna be good. I mean, if your story starts at the end of your death, I just want to know more. But yeah, I'm really excited to finish this up. We have Housemaid, which I heard 2 of YouTubers I watch all the time, which is I think Jacqueline Reeds and Gabby Reeds. I'm pretty sure I'll have their pages somewhere up here. But the Housemaid, it just says welcome to the family. Basically she finds out that the people she's working for have dark secrets, more than what she has, because I guess she's trying to create a new life for herself from what I was getting. And basically working this job, she's getting all the tea on this family. But she said, by the time I realized the attic door only locks from the outside, it's far too late. And then it says, but I reassure myself the Winchesters don't really know who I am. They don't know what I'm capable of. So we have a creepy family and a creepy housemaid. Put them 2 together and a locked attic door. Like, I just feel like that's all I needed to really know. 2 of my faves raved about it, so here we are. A book that's been on my TBR for a couple of months now. I read half of it. It's Verity by Colleen Hoover. I don't know if it was the time period. I was going through my romance dystopian era where I wanted a little sci-fi with some romance, but I almost DNF'd this book, but I think I just want to go ahead and give it another shot because it was not bad. I think it was just the mood I was in. This was not fitting. It wasn't giving, okay? It just wasn't getting. It was not giving. It wasn't giving at the time. So here we are. New additions to my TBR recently is the fine print on Lauren Asher and Terms and Conditions. These two are, I believe it's a trilogy. It might be a duology if I'm wrong. I've heard many things about these books all year long. Finally am giving in and going ahead and reading these two. I heard Terms and Conditions is way better. She's a bit more chunkier than the fine print, but I've never read a Lauren Asher book, so I'm really excited to figure out her writing style. And this is the Dreamland Billionaire series. This is book 1 and 2. I'm going in blindly. I've heard good things, I've heard some bad things, but I did not read the back. I just know that the two MCs, I think, I don't know if it's dual POV or not, but the male main characters are brothers. So I'm really excited to read them and give you guys my opinion on my December wrap up later on. Another Colleen Hoover book, Reminders of Him. I have never read this before. I've heard good things. The back just drawed me in. It says, a young mother fights to earn her place in her child's life, but there's no room for her. But is there any room for her? So, really excited because I don't see how I cannot be in my son's life. So, reading this and being in this alternate reality that Coho presents, I hope it's gonna be good. I'm really excited for this. But yeah. Sorry if I say but a lot. This is my first book video. I do book talk videos all the time, but this is my first actual sit down, not a 30-second 3-minute video, so I'm a little nervous. This is my second time filming this. Next on my TBR is Belladonna. I know very little about this, but I've heard mixed reviews. The cover is stunning. For one, I know that we are following Signa. She's a 19-year-old girl. She had been an orphan, and pretty much every family that she was going with was only really caring about her wealth and not so much about her. And I know belladonna berries are something that you can be used to be killed with in this story. So yes, but the cover is magnificent. It's not giving it enough justice. Take the dust jacket off. But I think I'm gonna have it like this on my shelves when I move. But yes, I'm really excited to figure out what's going on with her. I have a lot to see. But this kind of looks like Beauty and the Beast in the back. I know nothing about this book though. Next we have Someday Maybe. This is about a woman. She goes through the loss of her husband, and he pretty much commits self-harm, and she's the one who finds him. So it's pretty much a grieving story. And I have heard nothing about this. It says the Good Morning America Book Club pick, so yes. But I know it's just from the wife's point of view on how she's dealing with this, how a part of her was lost during this incident, and how she's gonna recover. It says, here are 3 things you should know about my husband. He was the great love of my life, despite going incognito, pretty much. It's her being very sarcastically saying that everything was good up until her husband passed away. She says on New Year's Eve, he killed himself. Here's one thing you should know about me. I found him. Bonus fact, I am not okay. And with that alone, I feel like it's gonna be a tough read for me to go through, because pretty much a fear of mine is losing my loved one. So yeah, if I would lose my husband, I don't know what I would freaking do. But it's been on my TBR for about 2 months now. I think I'm just more scared to read it for the emotional damage than anything. But I love the cover. The cover is stunning. And yeah, that's Someday Maybe. Last but not least, we have Legend Born by Tracy Deonn. Now, this book has been on my TBR the longest. I think this is the longest book I've ever had on my TBR. Now, I love the audiobook, cannot get into the physical form, and I think that is why it's just been sitting on my TBR for so long, and it's just so many chapters. I know reading the physical book is draining, but the audiobook, it just puts me in a whole nother world. I love the audiobook of Legendborn. I think I'm gonna buy Bloodmark hardcover as well and listen to the audiobook along, but she's just been on my TBR. Maybe because like everyone hyped it up and I didn't want to not like it, and I didn't want my expectations, they were set so high, I didn't want it to be keep going down and down, because when I was trying to read it the first go around, it was draining. Her writing style is something that I had to get used to. But other than that, I've been enjoying this so far. It's just that it's taking me a little longer because I just had a baby, and I'm not gonna blame everything on my baby, but it's taking me a little longer to get into this because I'll pick up another book and I'll be like, oh, that's way more interesting, and I'll read that. So my goal is to finish Legendborn in 2022 so I can move on to Bloodmark. If you guys enjoyed today's video, this is my December TBR. Come back in a few more weeks to figure out if your girl read this or not. I hope you guys are enjoying Vlogmas, and I will see you guys in day 5.